Hey guys, and welcome back to a new creative things to do when you're bored video. Every time I look through my comments, there's at least one person asking for a new DIY video. And honestly, I'm so glad so many people still enjoy this video series and want me to post more videos. And obviously I'm gonna do that when I find the time, because as you can probably imagine, these videos take a lot of time to film, but I do really enjoy filming them as long as I'm not stressed out. And like I said, I'm a uni student now, so I'm stressed out. Even though I'm first semester, it's still a lot. And I think I'm gonna do a little live update at the end of the video. So if you're only here for the DIY ideas, which is totally okay, then you can watch the DIY part and then you can end this video. But if you want to listen to my live update, you can watch until the end. Oh, and also I wanted to post this video at least a week before Easter, but here we are now, so I'm a little late. But maybe you see this before Easter, so you can still do the one DIY I did for this special occasion. And if not, do it next year. But now let's start with the DIYs, and I hope you enjoy watching.
The first DIY was originally planned for Easter, but now it's kind of late, and maybe if you see your family members the next few days you can still make this, but if not, you can just use this as a birthday card or a Mother's Day gift card, or just for any opportunity, to be honest. You just need a thick piece of paper and fold it in half, and then you're gonna cut 2 lines in the middle and you leave a little bit of space between them. And I didn't really measure it, I just tried to make sure they have the same length.
It's getting cold. All that glitter is not gold, and you are something I don't wanna miss.
And then you're gonna fold the part like this and open the card and fold it again.
You even more if you want to. I'm up for a kiss. I know it's tough. Don't let anybody tell you you're not enough. There are days when we all feel like we're messed up, but we know that we're all diamonds in the rough. In spite of all, we are all we got.
So now we have this little box looking thing. Then we're gonna cut 3 lines again, and then we're gonna fold them.
We'll never be the same after that day. You wrap me around your fingers and you stay. I don't ever wanna be alone again. Despite all, you're my best friend.
And then I started to draw some flowers. You don't have to do them really realistic, or you don't have to do different ones. You can also just do simple ones and all the same. I was just looking through Pinterest and I saw some different drawings and paintings of flowers, and I tried to recreate them in a simple way so that it would look like a spring bouquet in the end. And then I also drew some Easter eggs, and then you're gonna cut all of it out and you're going to leave a little bit of space under the eggs so you can glue that part to the card later. Once you've cut all of them out, you can draw on your little box to make it look like a basket. I just did some brown lines at the edges. And then I had this double-sided tape that you can use for photo albums. You just glue it onto the flower, and then you can glue the flower onto the card on the back side of the little box we made. When you glue the flowers to the card, you have to make sure that you can still open and close the card. Then I also added the Easter eggs and a little bow. And then the bouquet was done, and I wrote Happy Easter. And if you're doing this for a birthday, you can obviously write Happy Birthday or Happy Mother's Day if it's for Mother's Day, or whatever you want to write on the card. And then we're almost done. We're only gonna add the outside part of the card, and I used this pink paper for it by just tracing the outside of the card onto the pink paper and then cutting it out and folding it in half and then gluing the two parts together. And this is how it turned out. I think it's super pretty and super cute. And it's also not that hard to make, but it still looks cool. And I'm so upset that I didn't post this earlier, but maybe you still enjoy doing this. The next DIY is something I've done before. I think this was in a DIY video 2 years ago. And it's painting this little flower pot here because it was just standing around and I kind of felt like painting it. And I saw something on Pinterest. So I decided to just do a simple painting with some flowers and grass, and I really liked the outcome, even though while I was painting it I didn't really like it because I didn't think it looked good, because it's kind of hard to paint on a surface that isn't flat. But I like the end result, and I really like the little bee and the little ladybug. Next, we're gonna make a bookmark, and we're gonna make a flower bookmark. And if you've been keeping up with my last DIY videos, there was one where I did a bookmark with a butterfly, and it's basically the same concept, just with a flower. So you need a ruler for this. Then you're gonna paint on both sides one half of the flower. can cut it out and fold both halves of the flower. And then you can fold it together like this, and then you're already done and you have a pretty flower bookmark. You can also look this up on Pinterest if you need some inspiration for the flowers, then it's ready to use. I made a garland for my room a while ago and I wanted to show you how to make it because it's so easy, and I saw it a couple of times on Pinterest and I just really like how it makes my room look and how it makes everything look a little bit more colorful and welcoming. And you just need some colored paper for it and some form of string, and then you can cut out little triangles until you have maybe between 10 and 20, it depends on how long you want your garland to be. And then you can poke 2 holes on the sides into the triangles and put it on the string. And then you're done and you have a pretty garland in your room. The next thing isn't a tutorial, but I still wanted to put it in a video because I really enjoyed making these and it was so easy. I made crochet flower coasters and there is a great tutorial here on YouTube. It was so easy. And it's really beginner friendly, so I put the link to the video in my bio. And sometimes I think crochet tutorials are really hard to follow and it's sometimes not really visible what the person in the video is doing, but this video was really great, so definitely give it a try. And they turned out so pretty, so I'm really happy with this DIY and I would definitely recommend trying it out.
Alrighty, this is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you liked the DIY ideas. And now we're getting to my life update. I'm not gonna talk about everything that happened, but a few things. I don't know, I just feel like life never gives me a break. And I think I've said that before, but I feel like I had to go through enough character development at this point, and I'm done. I hope the universe listens because I'm not God's strongest soldier. I don't want to be God's strongest soldier, so yeah, please. Just give me a break. Let's start with university because that's actually something that's going pretty well. The people there are really nice. I feel like I match with them way better than I did with the people that studied social work with me, because I can see a lot of the people I study with becoming good friends. So that's pretty good and I'm pretty happy. I just feel really comfortable with the people there, and the study course is really interesting, so that's great. But I went through some personal problems at that time. I'm not gonna go into that, but it was just really tough and it all happened at the same time. So I couldn't really enjoy my new beginning at university while I was going through the personal stuff and also some health stuff, and it just kind of overshadowed the excitement and joy of the new beginning. But it's alright, and now I hope I can focus more on university and just fun things in general. Also, I'm still kind of struggling with my mental health. I feel like I say this all the time when I do a life update, but healing isn't linear. I have to remind myself of that all the time, and I'm really looking for a therapist right now. It's just so hard to find one, but I'll keep trying. And in general, I'm still just trying to figure it all out for myself, and like I still feel like I don't really know what I'm doing, even though I'm doing something now and I'm studying. And I don't know, I feel like I'm always waiting for a feeling that I think I'm gonna get when I get to a certain point or I start something new. And I think it's wrong of me to assume that this feeling is gonna come when my outside circumstances change, but it's kind of an inside thing, I guess. So therapy. But yeah, I'm in my 20s, so I guess this is how I'm gonna feel for the next few years. If you're in your 20s or older or younger, just tell me how you feel in general and how you're figuring it out for yourself and what you want in life. And if you're feeling lost, just know you're not alone. One good thing is I have a job interview tomorrow and I'm really excited. It's for a store that I really like and really like going to and shopping at. So I hope I'm gonna get the job, even though I'm still a little nervous about like having an actual job and like not knowing how things work in the beginning, but how hard can it be, right? So wish me luck. I'm gonna update you in the next video if I got the job or not. All right, I'm gonna stop talking now. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!